Live from Hollywood, it's the Billy Masters Show. And now, please join us in welcoming the star of our show, Billy Masters.
Oh my God, hold on, I'm coming. Hello everyone, welcome to the show. We are now on, I have lost track of what day it is. I am not the only one who has lost track. One of our guests wasn't even sure what day it was till I said to her half hour ago. She's like, that's today. Anyway, it is Thursday, April 9th. I hope you are all happy, healthy, staying safe because, you know, this is going to be a while. I mean, this is going to be a long while. And I'm wearing a sweater, even though I'm still in Boston, because it's freezing. And by freezing, I mean 48, but that's freezing too. I have a special first guest. I'm not going to do I'm going to do a little bit of a monologue. Marilyn Maye came into my life, I guess, 15, 20 years ago. And through our mutual friend and lawyer, Mark Sendroff, where, of course, all people intersect, anybody good at least. And Marilyn and I started doing vacations together. And we would join this motley crew in Provincetown. And here's a picture of a bunch of us. That's me, Varla G. Merman, Marilyn Maye, Nancy Dussault and her husband, Danny Guerrero. Oh, I can't see who else is there. I'm probably missing somebody. But we do this basically every year. We travel together. There's a group of us. And I adore her, and she turns 92 tomorrow. So even though we couldn't get the technology to work, we are going to have Marilyn Maye on speakerphone. And Auntie Marilyn, are you there?
I'm here. Did you say I was a singer?
Oh, did I say you were a singer? Did I say you were a legendary singer?
I don't know if they know that I'm a singer.
Well, who the hell do they think you are? Madam, the puppet?
And I'm still working, except that not now. I'm not working. I was supposed to open last night at Feinstein's 54 Below in New York City.
For your annual birthday gig?
For 8 days.
Oh.
This would be, I think, my 5th or 6th yearly engagement during my birthday time.
Yeah.
Not, I have other engagements all through the year, but this was the birthday time at Feinstein's 54 Below has always happened for 8 nights during my birthday. And so it's really fun because a lot of people come, and it's nice to be applauded on your birthday.
Look, I know you. You celebrate your birthday all month.
I do, all the month of April.
Well, I say that at 92, you can do whatever the hell you want.
Well, I think that's always it. You mentioned our lawyer from New York City. His name is Mark Sendroff. Mm-hmm. And he started naming my shows when I was 90. So he named the year that I was 90, 2 years ago, 90 at Last. That was the name of the show. And then when I was 91, it was I Wish I Were 90 Again. And this time, that was when I was 91. That was last year. So this year, it was to be called 92, and I'm Not Through.
There you go.
And so I'm not through. I just have to postpone my birthday a little bit.
Well, we're all on hiatus. But where are you on hiatus? Where are you?
I'm in Kansas City. I have a house in Kansas City, and my apartment in New York. Not my apartment, but an apartment that I rent in New York. And I'm safe in my house in Kansas City.
Thank
and
God.
That happened, luckily, I guess, or I don't know. But I had just done an engagement at a wonderful club called Jazz St. Louis in St. Louis.
Yes.
And we did our 3-day engagement with a 12-piece band. I beg your pardon, with a 15-piece band. And the wonderful, all the musicians in St. Louis were just great. And I carried my rhythm section. And we had 3 wonderful nights there in March. And I had planned to go back to Kansas City because it was in the vicinity, because I was going to fly to Palm Springs to my wonderful engagement called the Purple Room.
Oh, sure.
I worked that twice a year, and thought I would fly from Kansas City to the Purple Room and finish that engagement, then fly back to New York. And none of that happened. We got as far as Kansas City, and that's when everything halted. And
well, thank God you were home.
Yes, it was. I'm very fortunate that we are home, and I'm staying in.
Good.
I'm told to do, and I have an assistant. Her name is Helen.
Yo, I know Helen.
And you love Helen.
She's my Helen.
She loves you.
Yes, well.
And she has been purchasing the groceries when it's senior time at the grocery store. She goes and she gets the groceries, and then she cooks, and I eat gummy bears and watch old movies.
Oh God! Don't eat too many. You've got to fit into those Bob Mackie gowns.
You're right. Bobby had a birthday, Bob Mackie.
Yep.
He had a wonderful birthday last March. Last month.
Yep.
And we talked. He's safe in his home. And Joe, his darling assistant,
Joe
is you know Joe.
I love
Did
Joe.
you mention Joe, or did you mention them?
I didn't yet, but they are part of our little group that vacations together. I mean, people don't realize that we have the strangest group that we travel with. I mean, we've got drag queens, we've got Oscar, Academy Award winning designers, we've got singers, we've got lawyers, and it's all ages. We all just click. We have so much fun.
Well, everybody loves life, and everybody's productive and talented, and we all love each other's talent and support it.
And so that's a really good question. You talk about loving life. You're 90, you're going to be 92 tomorrow. I jumped the gun, you know me. But
yes.
So 92, this is usually when somebody would just kick back and relax and say, I don't need any of this crap. But you're busier than ever.
No. Oh, but my singing is what I'm about. That is what I do. And what would I do? I don't know what I'd do if I didn't work for the people and sing songs that have a meaning, and the Great American Songbook. That's where I am, and great lyrics and great messages, and I think that's really necessary these days. And I wish I could do it tonight and tomorrow night, but I understand, and I'm fortunate in that I'm in a safe place. I hate it I hate this hiatus for the wonderful, all the darling wait staff and the musicians, the great musicians that I have there. Everybody's out of work, and I'm sorry, but we'll just have to tough this through, and we'll come back stronger as soon as it's over. I hope it's over very soon.
I do too, because we don't want to interrupt our vacation.
But in the meantime,
yes,
everybody must stay in. They must not get brave and decide that they'll just go for a walk. People are walking, and I guess maybe that's safe. I don't know. I just think staying inside is maybe the best idea of all.
It's actually, I've never known you to just stay in one place without working. So in a way, this is like this is probably the first.
But all the shops are closed.
Oh no, please. It gives me flashbacks. I have gone shopping with Marilyn May. First off, you go to that Himalayan store in Provincetown and you need an alpaca because there are so many purchases.
I love her.
I know you love her.
Lady that owns that Himalayan store.
Oh God, you in the Himalayan store.
Oh dear, Como, and what's her name? I've lost it now.
I know. I just call her Hey.
I get to see her, and we stand and talk about wonderful things, and I love her shop. I love Provincetown. The Anchor Inn is the place where I stay, and the boys
you're home away from home.
Are so supportive and so wonderful to so positive. Everybody has positive, happy thoughts, and that's the way it should be.
It's funny because I'm looking at a photo here, and I'm going to put it up for people to see. It was about God, I guess 6 years ago. And you and I were with Carol Channing in Provincetown. She came to see your
and Tommy
show.
Tune.
Yep, she came to see your show, and then we went to see her show with Tommy Tune, and then the three of us took this gorgeous photo. And she might have been 95 then. Is that possible?
I'm not sure how old she was, but she was darling. She sat through my show and
She did.
and loved it
And applauded
just-
like crazy.
She was adorable.
I mean, we've had a lot of great times, and I'm going to show a picture of us just from last year. But you and I have a particular pose that we do in photos.
And what is that? I've forgotten.
We put our little, I don't know how this started. That
we
you,
put our hands under our chin.
yes. Now, how did that start? I'm going to put up a photo. Do you remember?
I believe in hands under your chin.
Do
It
you?
isn't hanging too long, but it kind of works.
And the older you get, eventually you need two hands.
Then you lean on something with your elbows.
So we have done this every year. Darling, I look forward.
And everybody who's taking pictures of you, please know that you hold the camera very high.
Thank you. I have been saying that for years. You know, it has to be a little higher every year. And I want to tell people that when this all gets over, and it will get over, you will be back on the road. Hopefully you will be at the P-Town Art House this summer, we hope.
At the wonderful art house in the first week in September now it is.
Oh, really? You've been moved.
Labor Day is later. You know, we always do the week before Labor Day.
Yeah.
And so we open on the 1st of September for 5 nights. And oh yes, I'm going to my lake resort in northern Iowa. There's a gorgeous lake resort that I've worked for. This will be my 63rd year.
Isn't
there
that incredible?
at that lake resort, and I go there in August. In July, we're working. I don't know. It's frightening. We don't know how. You know, I'm supposed to be at the Iridium in June.
Right. And I don't think that's going to happen.
The Iridium, which is in New York City, and so I'm hoping that we can do some of those engagements. 54 Below will be back there in October.
Well,
As we always do. We always work April and again in October. So that's the good news. I'll probably get to celebrate my birthday then.
there you go. You know, I say 92 and a half has a lovely ring to it.
You think? 92 and a half, and I have to say I'm not true.
That's right. Exactly. Sweetheart.
So, you know, I would
go ahead.
sing songs like The Secret of Life is to value the passage of time. Everyone can do it. Yes, we'll all get through it. Cling to the thought that soon this problem will end. For now we'll stay apart and display the fact we value each and every day. We'll open up our hearts and we will say, it's no secret that this will all go away.
Oh, gorgeous, my darling. See, I even got you to perform.
Well, you know, I have to sing. I have to
Oh,
sing.
I know you have to
Everybody
sing.
else, I hope everybody that loves singing will do a lot of that these days.
Well, I wish you the happiest of birthdays tomorrow. You know I adore you. I'll probably call you tomorrow anyway. But I miss
Honey,
you.
Thank you so much. My heart and my love goes out to all those who have been in my audience and my darling friends and just everybody in this world. I want everybody to do what's right. Stay inside. Don't tempt it. But think positive thoughts. Positivity is going to work. I know it will.
Well, God, from your lips to God's ear. Look, stay safe, stay healthy. Have a wonderful birthday. We all love you. Thank you, my
I love
darling.
you and your wonderful spirit, Billy. I love you.
I love you too. I'll talk to you soon, honey.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye-bye, darling. Coming to us from Kansas City, the wonderful Marilyn May. And somebody wanted to say a quick hello, but since we had technical issues with Marilyn, you know, she is 92. You know, the Abacus doesn't have a webcam, but we do have one of the people who travels with us, and that is, of course, the fabulous Randy Roberts. What are you
Hello,
touching?
darling. What?
How are you? Were you touching yourself in a
No, I was like this.
Oh, what? Is someone else there? You have to cover your mouth, you know.
No. I was.
You're
like,
all alone?
It was the Abacus line. I was. But now I've touched my face. Now I've touched my face. I've got to go wash my hands again.
Oh, God. Look, I want to show a picture of you, me, and Marilyn together. I think 2 years ago. Is this 2 years ago?
Yes, and there's the pose.
There's the pose. We have one look. And she's taught us all.
Yes, you should see. Wait a minute. Let me put this up a little higher. I've got the computer up on a stand. I've got the lighting from above.
No, I know. It's all ridiculous.
I'll just sit there.
Yeah, could you? Randy Roberts, for those of you who don't know, because apparently, as Marilyn May pointed out, I don't do good intros. Randy Roberts, I don't want to start with illusionist extraordinaire, because you're more than that. You are an amazing talent. You're an actor. You're a singer, an incredible singer, an entrepreneur, a Key West legend, a Palm Springs staple. You're everywhere.
I get around.
Well, like herpes.
Thanks, but it always comes back.
Like herpes, yes.
I guess I'm probably best known as a drag performer, illusionist.
Yeah.
I don't care what they call me as long as they call.
And they do. They do. And speaking of calling, you've got a show coming up on next Tuesday, I think?
Tuesday, 8 o'clock on both Facebook, on my what page is it? It's on my Randy Roberts Facebook page, and it's on my YouTube channel. It's going to broadcast on both. Trying out this platform.
Yes, and it's 8 o'clock Eastern. We have to always tell people.
8 o'clock Eastern. I have no idea what it's going to be like. I have tried to figure out how I was going to do changes, and I realized I can't show video. So it may be a very revealing show.
Well, there you go. If you want to get a little fistful of Randy, that's where to go. Well, we've shared a dressing room.
Yes. Have we?
I've been in your dressing room.
This is true. We haven't shared it.
No, we haven't shared. I've never touched you, I don't believe.
No. I can look back I can look back at the lawsuits and see if you're included.
No, I am not. And would I sue you? Sue you?
Thank you. I just worked with her.
Of course you did. Why wouldn't you? And I should say, down in Key West, when people can get to Key West, you are at La Di Da.
I am at La Di Da, the Crystal Room. I've been there for, 22 years.
Really? Is it that long?
Yeah, 22 years in August.
And you're supposed to come back to Provincetown this year, God knows.
I'm scheduled to open July 8th. Now, it will probably be July 1st if the season opens on time, because I was supposed to be in London the first week of July for a wedding, which has been postponed till June of 2021. So this is
Provincetown at the P-Town Art House,
Yes, at the Art House on Wednesday.
I believe you're her opening act.
No, actually, she's on before I am.
Oh, sure.
But she is not my opening act. She would never be my opening act.
I should hope not. Oh, stop futzing with the hair. You look gorgeous.
I can't help it.
All right, now I've lost my headphones. How do you like that? This is a very professional show. Nothing's happening. I mean, as we said.
But your backdrop is stunning.
Well, look, we have it's been like you said, you and I talked about this yesterday. It's been a learning curve, and we're doing what we can. We're keeping people entertained, hopefully bringing people together, if for no other reason than just to laugh and see what happens.
Hello. I mean, I have things being delivered every day for this show Tuesday. Ring lights.
Where are you getting deliveries? I can't get anything.
Amazon. I've got a ring light that came last week. I got Mylar curtains. Right there, ring light. And I've got a more directional video light being delivered today.
Ring light.
Yes.
Ring light on and off. I've got it.
Oh, yeah. And you could change the color, which I like.
Yes, I noticed that. Let's see. So this is very hot, obviously. Let's make it a little cooler. And then I've got, where is my soft one? Oh, I'm hitting. Look, I'm not playing with it on the air. I'll play with you later.
Vaseline on the lens just works just as well for softening.
Exactly. The old Lucille Ball trick.
Thank you very much.
All right, darling, I have to run because I've got guests backed up. But I love you. People can watch you again next Tuesday, 8 o'clock Eastern.
On
Facebook or YouTube.
Exactly. And happy birthday to Marilyn May. And I know you have Sam coming on. So hi, Sam. Haven't seen you in ages.
If you don't mind sitting backstage, I'll bring you on when Sam's on and we can sit. You want to sit and watch?
I'll sit and watch.
All right. Enjoy the show.
Thank
you, darling. I love you. Oh, all right. Now I'm exhausted. And I haven't even gotten to my first official guest. Okay, my first guest. I can't even believe. Now, of course, I don't even see her there. So hopefully she is around. Oh, there, I see movement. She is alive. Okay, I don't know if Cheryl Lee Ralph needs an introduction. She's legendary. Everyone fell in love with her in Dreamgirls when it took Broadway by storm 38 years ago. Hold on, wait, I got a picture of Dreamgirls. Look at them. Gorgeous. Oh, God, she's looking. And she's got a movie coming out this Saturday. Look, Cheryl Lee Ralph is always working. It's on the Hallmark Channel called Fashionably Yours. It's this Saturday. Welcome, certainly the always fashionable Miss Cheryl Lee Ralph. Hello, my darling. Oh, my God, she's got a mask. How are you? Yes, strike a pose, girl.
Yes, darling.
How are you?
We must have a mask. I'm good, honey. I'm wearing it.
A diva
Mine says
mask.
divinely inspired, victoriously alive, and awesome during the time of Corona. That's right, baby. If you have to have a mask, you better say something.
Well, it certainly says something about you. You are a diva. And you've owned the word. I mean, that's what I love about it is diva kind of got bastardized and became an insult, and you owned it and redefined it.
Honey, I love you so much, Billy. Billy,
You know I
we've
love
known
you.
each other quite some time. I don't
Long
even
time.
remember how we met, although I'm sure Jennifer Lewis had something to do with it.
Okay, let me
Was that
say,
it?
I was just going
Come
to
on.
say that. So, okay, we've known each other for how many Divas Simply Singings have there been?
Now, this year we will celebrate 30th year of Divas Simply Singing, making us
Unbelievable.
the longest consecutive running musical AIDS benefit of its kind in the country, which I'm stunned by. I can't believe it.
It's kind of shocking. And I remember, I think it was 25 maybe, that you were thinking about stopping the benefit. And this is something that I love telling people is I asked you if the rumors were true and you pulled me into the dressing room and closed the door. And she said, what do you think? And Cheryl Lee Ralph is somebody who isn't a cocky diva. She brings people in. She brings the best people in. She is the best team. And she has learned that the only way to lead is to also listen and ask people what they think. And when we're all on the same page, we can do amazing things.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, of course, now we're going to celebrate 30 years. And I think about, that's half my adult life. That is a whole half of my adult life spent trying to raise awareness around HIV and AIDS. And I'm telling you, Billy, I don't know about you, but in this time of Corona, I see something. There is a page out of the HIV AIDS movement that I hope we use to battle health inequality. And that is when the gay community realized how much they were being ostracized, how much people were finding it easy not to care about them, not to help them, how much people turned a deaf ear to their cries for help. They turned the fight inside. They organized, they strategized, they demanded a seat at the table. It may be 40 years of HIV/AIDS in America, but within that 40 years, it gave the movement up viable presidential candidates.
Well, that's true.
Pete Buttigieg.
Yep.
So I'm just saying, if you are bothered by health inequalities, if you are Black or brown and you are seeing how you are being affected by this corona, it is time to organize, strategize, and leverage what you have so that something changes. I'm just saying.
It's fun. No, as you do. I've never needed to wind you up. You're very passionate about this. You're passionate about this. And I did show the picture, Dreamgirls 38 years ago.
Oh,
And
funny.
when you started Diva Simply Singing, that was, 8 years later. And I know really your Dreamgirls experience really galvanized you. It really motivated you to get people together. What was it about that experience?
I think that only now people can realize what it was like to see your friends drop dead.
Yeah.
When I said to people over the years they would be sick today and dead tomorrow.
Yep.
Last week, Wednesday, my uncle, 92 years old, went into the hospital.
Mm.
Friday, he was dead.
Oh my God, I didn't know that. I'm so sorry, Cheryl.
Thank you. But that is the closest that I can come to in remembering what it was like 38 years ago and what it is like now. Except
Is it a
38 years-
Is it a PTSD? I mean, does it trigger that feeling that we had 40 years ago? The helplessness, the surprise, the shock?
The only thing I can say is that I am girded up by the fact that I know that help will come, but it is the help that comes from within all of us. The best help that is out there is right at the end of your own arm. And that help is to watch out and do the best for yourself. And by doing that, you will be able to do better for others. I mean, the drag queen says it all the time. If you can't love yourself, how in the hell you think anybody else will do it? Because if you're not lovable, come on now. If you're not lovable, why should you be loved? You've got to be the one that attracts the love. And you attract that love by being able to give love honestly, wholly, and with respect. Now, mind you, let me just tell you a secret. See, I have been locked up with my husband.
Oh, the senator.
Yes, I have been locked up with Senator Hughes for almost a month. And do you know, 24/7, baby? And do you know that in all of the years that we have been married, we have never been locked up this long together, ever? So you know.
If you could survive that.
Thank you. That part. Thank you.
I know.
Thank
Well,
you,
you know,
Billy.
I
You
love
do
the senator. Well, I love the senator, and I always say to him that he is a saint because you have such a demanding career. You're always traveling. You're really never together for a very long period of time.
That's
He's, as we said, senator from Pennsylvania. You are, as I love to call you, the first lady. And but you also
the 7th senatorial district of Pennsylvania. Yes, West Philadelphia.
And I will also mention you have two of the most gorgeous children. Is this you with the children?
Thank you. That's me with Etienne and Coco.
I adore them both. You know that. They are great. You know, it's funny. I have known them so long. I knew them as kids. And to have seen them grow up and be always first so respectful, which you don't see a lot with kids. And I've got nieces and nephews. They're rotten. I hate them. No, they're lovely people, but they go through that difficult time. You know, your kids were always the loveliest people. And I also have to say your parents. Your parents. It's generational. I don't know how many people in the entertainment industry I know their whole family and have gotten to know them year after year. And I saw the way your mother at the last Divas looked at you, and it's the way you look at your kids.
Thank you. I mean, you know, people ask me all the time, how have I been able to raise two wonderful people? And I have to tell you, I raise my children and I'm raising myself. My parents instilled love in me, and that love built me up. I instill it in my children. My parents encouraged me to think. They encouraged me to think. I encourage my children to be independent, critical thinkers. I mean, sometimes we butt heads because they're thinking and we're not necessarily thinking the same, but at least they're thinking. My
Yeah.
parents raised me to understand that people are not the same. There are all different kinds of people in the world, and
Mhm.
all people, no matter who, no matter what, deserve a respect, if only because they're human beings. So,
Absolutely.
like you're saying, I'm only able to teach what I have been taught. And I'm very happy that I had two vessels that could receive what it was I had to give to them in life. And I'm telling you, if mama gives you that look, you better pay attention, honey, because the patience is wearing thin and you're about to get popped. And every now and then somebody needs just a little pop to remind them, hey, I'm talking to you.
I
Just
agree.
a little one now.
Now,
Yeah,
what are
we
your
don't
kids?
want domestic violence with the children. No.
No, of course. But it is about respect and it's about knowing your place as well.
Right.
But
That's
there's
right.
something, as well as I know you, and I did a little research going into this, and I said, I never would have thought Sheryl Lee Ralph and Helen Mirren had something in common. Now, do you know what I'm going to? Okay.
Oh,
Now,
God. I
is
have a funny feeling I think I know what you're going to.
okay. So
Are
this
you
is,
going
I
to post
think,
the picture?
I am going to post the picture. I think this is 2 years ago. Well, Sheryl, when have I not? Look, I've been in a dressing room with you, so I've seen it all. But
Yes, you've seen the real deal, actually.
oh, it's funny because we'll get to the picture in a second, but I remember when I first met, we saw each other. We had many mutual friends, but I think it's when I started coming to Divas with Jennifer and either playing the piano for her or singing with her or whatever. I have been an honorary diva that I have sat in the dressing room with you between costume changes when you say, everyone out, no men in here. Billy, you can stay. I mean, it's just, and we just sit and we laugh and you have no ego. And one little anecdote, I think one of the first times we started talking more, and we didn't know each other well, we knew each other, but I asked you a question. I said, I've been wanting to ask you this. You said, give me your phone. I said, what? You said, give me your phone. You took it and you did something and said, now you've got my number. Just call. And it was maybe the first time anybody had ever done that. Somebody in the business that I looked up to. Again, everything that you have done around me has fallen together in that's the real deal, including, now this I have not seen, this.
Oh, my gosh.
Now, how old were you and where were you and what were you thinking? But you look so fabulous.
Okay, let me tell you something about that.
All right.
We were in Sag Harbor, and I had literally just finished my run on Broadway in Wicked. So
which is this?
There you go.
Baby, I'm ready for you. Whatever you throw at me.
Oh, honey,
okay, we'll go back to the bikini. Go ahead. I know.
So whatever it was that we were doing on stage, because people think that doing Broadway is a walk in the park, but honey, when you're doing a role, a character where you really, really have to be, on stage and involved, you better be ready because it's pounds off, baby. So that was what, 2 years ago?
I think
so. That was 2 years ago.
All right, you are insane. I can't believe you. I really can't. And you posted it. God love you.
Yeah. Why would I not post it, honey? Thank you.
You are the queen of Instagram.
Thank you. I love my Instagram, Diva3482. I love my Instagram. A younger woman said to me, oh my God, Miss Ralph, you look good for your age. I had to say to her, sweetheart, I look good for any age.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you have, it's amazing. Can I ask you, this is really, I hadn't planned on asking you this. You've always been one of the most stunning women I have ever seen in my life. Staggeringly beautiful. I've seen you with no makeup. I've seen you made up. It does not matter. And I'm just going to show. So here we are.
Oh, gosh.
And there we are. Look at us. We've got I have more pictures with Sheryl Lee Ralph than I do with anybody in my family. And there we are again. Now, the
Oh my
funny
God,
thing
you're
about those
so
three
good.
pictures, they may have been the same night. You are known for changing. But here's
That's
the
because I've
thing.
changed so much. Yes.
But okay, so staggeringly beautiful. How has
Thank
your
you.
beauty helped you in your career? And has there been a downside? Has it stopped you from doing something you want to do?
I am so thankful to you for that question. Believe it or not, I'll never forget coming out of Dreamgirls,
Mhm.
coming to California. A specific writer, producer, director who shall remain nameless. He gave me a double-edged compliment. I had, I was done up, and I had a dress, and the dress had a heart in the middle. Not something that was garish or unladylike or whatever.
Like a cutout or a picture?
It was a cutout.
Cutout, okay.
A cutout, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. So the cleavage was a heart, right?
Yes,
And
okay.
he looked at me and he said, it's really a shame that you dress like that, because when you dress like that, nobody is ever going to see how smart you are. All they're going to see is your tits.
Yes. And
I
you gave
was
him
like,
that look.
To this day, I can hardly say hello to that person. But you know what? Now that I've said this out loud,
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I'm
Yeah.
actually over it, because what I just realized is that for 35 years, I gave that rodent a bit of power over me by holding on to that feeling. And the lady in me, I'm not going to cuss you out. I'm not going to tell you about your hind parts. I'm not going to fight and do that. I'm going to walk away. But I walked away and I held on to those feelings. And now I'm just like, you know what? If I have to dress to your standard for you to be able to see what's going on in my head, my heart, my mind, then guess what? We're not the people for each other. We are just not the people for each other. Which, when I started Divas, people were like, well, why Divas? And I said, believe it or not, there is power in beauty. However it is perceived, there is power in beauty. People like beautiful things. People like things that make them feel good. People like things that look good. That's why people buy art. That's why people, tune into certain kinds of music. But has it been a hindrance? Absolutely, it has been a hindrance. Because some people say, oh, God, yes. Some people have looked at me and have immediately assumed that I was stupid.
Oh, wow.
Oh, God, yes. There's some people who, when they find out that I entered college at 16, graduated college at 19, was the first female graduate of an all-male school, Rutgers College, Rutgers University.
Hello.
When they find that out, thank you. They can't. It does not compute for them. They cannot put any of it together. And I've had people say things like, "Are you sure it's the same Sheryl Lee Ralph?" Based only upon the way I look.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a hindrance at times.
Have you ever played a role that you had to be ugly?
You know what? That I had to be ugly. When I was doing Claws, I was really hoping that we could go for, the prosthetics and all that would make me older. But all I got was that crazy wig that should have had its own Instagram account. I did do that role in One Mississippi, which is a great series that you can binge on while you're at home. One Mississippi on Amazon. And I played a woman on the spectrum, and they really wanted me to be much less. And the more we went for less, the more people seemed to be like, wow, maybe there's more to her. So it's one of those push and pull type things. So now I haven't really had the role where I've been able to reveal something else, but it's coming.
Oh, I'm sure. Now, speaking of coming, this Saturday, Hallmark Channel. There's your second Hallmark film, because I remember the last one, didn't you own like a ski chalet or something?
In the
knows?
last one, I was recently widowed. I think it was the Christmas, not the Christmas Hotel. I forget the name of
But
it.
it was some
But
sort of ski Christmassy thing. This is not
Exactly.
Christmas.
This one is not Christmas at all. This one, I play the mom to Kat Graham. A lot of the younger viewers will know Kat Graham.
Yeah, of
So
course.
Kat Graham is in Seattle, and she meets a friend from her past, played wonderfully by Kendrick Sampson. Kendrick Sampson, I love him. And I sort of finagle a way to get the two of them together for real love, for love's sake. I
So
like
great.
it. It's a good little movie.
Do you like working with Hallmark? They seem to like working with the same people over and over again. So if they like you, they'll work.
Well, and I so appreciate that. But what I like about this particular cast was that Hallmark was making an effort, a real effort, at full diversity. And in this time, diversity meant adding some color to their lineup. And I appreciate that. I also appreciate them addressing how their choice around, erasing the gay couple out of that commercial that was aired on that network.
At Christmas, right.
And it happened during Christmas. And I appreciate them trying to address that fact. It would be so easy for them not to address it at all and just say, well, those people said that, so now we're just going to go with that. But they really tried to address it. And I'm all for big companies, especially big media companies, entertainment companies, addressing where they might have gone a little askew. So,
and it's funny because it was one of the first times that I can remember that a company head, a CEO, came out and said, "We fucked up. Sorry." And it's back. And that, do you know the balls it takes to actually not pivot, not just deflect, but say, "We screwed up. We're sorry." I respect that. I really do.
And that's why I love you. Mwah, mwah,
well,
mwah,
because,
mwah.
I will tell, look, we have both been in high pressure moments, particularly your shows where things are going on fast and furious and you just have to make the best of it. And you kind of throw things around and hope it happens. And at the end you say, thank you. And you always I have seen you go up to every volunteer and say thank you. And again, I think that's one of the reasons why people are loyal to you. I really do.
Thank you.
Well,
I never want to underestimate the fact that everybody is going through something. Everybody is carrying their thing. And in little ways, how can we address people right where they are?
Right.
And sometimes for me, it's simply by saying, thank you, I see you, and I appreciate you. Thank you.